Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a TraumaStoo live stream. What are we doing tonight? We are streaming the Hell Let Loose Firetem Invitational. I know, getting my head around the words was a bit difficult, but we did get there. I'm a little bit excited. Me and Blue played in a team with Winchy and a couple of other lads earlier today. It was exciting. It's a damn good format. There is a bit of setup involved, so we'll be talking a bit of crap in between it. But what do I mean by we? Well, I have a couple of friends joining us. Let me switch over to this one. That up there is Igniculus. Down there is BlueRose Jelly. Igniculus, welcome, my friend. How are you?
Oh, not so bad, mate. Yourself?
Not so bad. Obviously, fresh off casting the last games with Noppers. Blue, how the hell are you?
I'm doing well, It was really fun earlier today. I quite enjoyed that.
It was a bit, wasn't it? It is damn good to have both of you back. I know I haven't posted our pub match yet, but I'll get around to that. There were a few people watching it though, so welcome back to all the other viewers, and welcome anybody else that's finding this, because it's definitely something different on the old Hell Let Loose Twitch streams. What are we doing at the moment? We're just sort of waiting, watching the teams sort of form up and prep for their matches. Igniculus, watching the teams today, how do you think the fights went earlier?
Today's fights went a lot quicker and a lot more intense than yesterday's or the previous one. I think a lot of people were watching the stream and taking notes of sort of what to do, and I'm excited to see what comes from this one today.
Yeah, look, really, and that's what I'm sort of looking forward to. Is like, obviously this is a new format for the game that like it hasn't really been explored before. As we've gone over the sessions, we've seen sort of a meta evolve. Teams have tried some stuff. Some stuff's worked, other stuff hasn't. Blue, I know you were in my team earlier today whilst Noppers was streaming. We got a little cheeky AT gun set up.
We did. We met about 10 minutes before we had to be in the staging thing, and we happened to be on Stalingrad. We went, if we get this point, let's put an AT gun there. And that was as far as planning and strategy went.
I tell you what, though, how much fun was that? Igniculus, I know you were watching us during that match. How good was having an AT gun up on the hill?
That was fantastic. You shut down that entire area brilliantly.
I do know. You noticed me off to the side with binoculars. For the entire fight, I don't think I pulled out. I didn't shoot at anybody. I just pointed a pair of binoculars at people.
Yeah, you done a lot, mate.
I like to think it worked for us.
I think so.
And Blue not reacting to any footsteps either. That was fantastic.
I could hear them, and they were in the building. I just couldn't tell if they were coming from that direction or that direction. But it turns out they were hiding on the other side of the wall to me, so whoops.
I like I was listening to the squad chat whilst that was happening, obviously, Blue, and I like I'm pretty sure there's footsteps. Wait, is that just ambient sound? Everyone shut up! I need to listen.
Then they said, well, we're going to aim the AT gun at you just in case. I went, do it. Absolutely. Take them out. Take me out with them.
I love it. Sacrificing the incapacitated corpse of Blue. You are obviously a casualty. We were willing to accept.
That was after Winchy annihilated the rest of the team, and the AT gun got one of them hiding in a building too. So I just sat really close to the midpoint. So
that's good. But I guess by that stage, we knew we'd got at least a few of them. Because that's the thing, you don't always know whether or not you've murdered everyone. Because medics are allowed in this game mode. Reviving, obviously, it's allowed.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to revive anyone, but I was definitely tempted to go get Winchy once he got shot. I was like, because we still outnumber them a little bit at least.
Yep.
Because when that AT gun started firing, and I could see through the doorway all the body parts flying, I was like, there's no revive.
No.
Oh, you can't morphine that.
No, not
you absolutely cannot. Igniculus, I know you saw a point in our last match there where one of the lads was crawling towards, one of their medics was crawling towards one of the guys to get him up, and right in front of his eyes, the guy bled out.
Yep, yeah, he took a little bit too long to get back to his teammate there.
Just
a little bit unfortunate, but Hey, look, he
We
tried.
run across an open field. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know about you guys, but it's little moments like that that have made this tournament like actually something different to watch. I've been enjoying it so far.
Been pretty good. I missed yesterday's,
Yeah.
but then we loaded up into today's, and yeah, it went by pretty quick as well.
It did, especially when you're playing. It's I know there feels like there's a little bit of time, and there is a little bit of time whilst things get set up in between matches, but like when you're playing, it's just one fight after another. You spawn in, you're like, okay, we're going in 2 minutes. What plan have we got? We don't have a goddamn plan.
No plans, just wing it, and it worked. We won 2 of our games, and the other one was a default win because of the numbers, but it worked.
I'll take a default win.
Mm-hmm.
I was just glad we
counts.
won. I was glad that I got a couple of kills.
Well, the AT gun worked. That was
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
The
it did.
second one, I think, we wiped them out, hunted it, and then we still had one person really close to the point, so that worked. The first 2 games, I give us a pass because none of us knew what we were doing. We had no strats. So
I know. Talking to some of the lads afterwards as well, from the teams we were playing then, like the guys in the church, they were just lobbing grenades in. They go, "What happened to you guys? Did you guys satchel yourselves?" No, you just freaking railed us.
no good.
Oh. I'm interested to see your takes on this match, Igniculus. Obviously, doing the commentary for the last match, just give you that little bit of extra insight. Me and Blue and I were stuck in the middle of things. Yeah, I'm genuinely interested to see the input you've got on some of these matches that are happening tonight.
Well, no input just yet. We'll just see how everything plays out, because everything's very fluid. Like
Yeah,
anything
it
can
is.
happen. So
It absolutely is,
we'll
isn't
see.
it? At the moment, I don't think Blue and I don't think we have any of the lads spawned in yet. Some of the garrisons are set up, so hopefully we'll see that shortly.
Yep. So looking at my side, I have almost all of our teams spawned in.
Do you? We have none. We have
Yeah, no, we've got them all spawned in now,
really. There you go.
and we're
Yeah,
fighting over middle and top.
Middle and top it is. Okay, so we know the central points for that. I just want to say a quick hello to Waggers. Good luck, have fun all. Thank you very much, mate. And Commander Knight, looking forward to seeing some nice, clean games. I'm not. I don't know about you, Igniculus and Blue. I'm looking to see some of the dirtiest tricks people can come up with.
Oh, 100%. I'm keen to see people just rush in there.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if it just ends up being down to a 2v2 at the end and having a bit of a stalemate, but have some good action. So
And
Yeah.
AT
what I'm looking
guns.
forward to. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe the NAT gun here and there.
If they can work, if they can get it to work, I'll be like, they've copied our strats clearly. But
Oh.
I'm all for guns blazing and just running screaming towards the point.
Cross an open
And
field.
from playing with you,
Yep.
Blue, you literally screamed the whole way.
Yep. Sometimes I sing. If you sing the Mission Impossible theme song, it does help. You could be slightly more sneaky, especially when you're getting shot at. You start like dodging it, singing the theme song. It works. It's magic.
It works. Well, so obviously you're doing that for the last few matches and not for the first 2. I'll expect you to do a little more of that if and when we make finals.
Absolutely. I'll do a proximity as well. So if Iggy's flying around, you can just hear it.
So I should just go through a little bit. If you're just joining us and you haven't watched any of this tournament so far, what this is a squad-based tournament. It's essentially 5 versus 5. You're one squad. You've only got 1 life. There are no respawns. You pick 1 class, and that's what you've got for the duration of the match. And the winner is the person the team that has the most people alive at the end. If both teams do have the same amount of people alive, we do have a central point in each of these 4 grid squares that we're fighting over. A central point that it'll be the closest, the team with a closest team member to that point will take the win. So most kills or closest to the point if the kills are even. That's what we're doing. So what we're waiting for at the moment is both teams are starting to spawn in on some pre-placed Garys. A little bit of work's gone into this. to make sure that all the teams have somewhere to start from. They have to stay within an arm's length. I don't know. We didn't actually measure arms, but they have to stay nice and close. Nice and close to that point until game on is called. And then they go and brutally murder each other for 10 minutes. At the end of that 10 minutes, it's the most kills or closest to the central point. And we'll do our best to try and point out those central points to you.
Yeah. We've got it all written down. Don't worry, guys. We've got a cheat sheet for it.
Blue
So we
was
know exactly
super nice.
be.
Super good to the stream and sorted out a cheat sheet. What I might do is see if I can't jump in and show you guys what the central point is. So we're going to say goodbye to our beautiful faces. Okay, Blue and Igniculus, you have beautiful faces. The rest of you have to deal with whatever the hell's going on there. This is our casting screen. This is exactly what I'm looking at. So at the moment, I am in the middle of C and D columns, rows 5 and 6. These four are the 4 grid squares that we're going to be fighting over. The central point for this one is just behind the yellow house. There is an axe buried in the ground right here. If we zoom in, this is the axe. You guys don't know it. I didn't know it before I started casting this, but apparently that axe is genuinely important to both the Soviets and the Axis forces. Blue, I do believe, are you hovering over the point you're fighting over?
I am staring directly at it.
Let me switch over to your screen and let's have a squiz at what's going on over there. There you go. Is that the white chimney?
It's the white chimney in the middle of the open field. I quite enjoy the fact that it is slightly exposed. So if you wanted to get a person sitting on it, you're going to have some problems. But I reckon people could get close.
That's terrifying. There is zero cover anywhere. Holy crap.
Just below it, there's that kind of like trench line that runs through. So I reckon whoever's coming from that side, that's as close as they'll probably get. But the other side has a couple of buildings that they could get quite close and definitely shoot and lob grenades at.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting fight up there. That is a lot. Like, I know Stalingrad, obviously known for having a lot of open ground, but that's crazy. I just want to say hi to Spartan in chat. Pleasure to have you by, my guy. Pleasure to have you guy. And welcome anybody else that's joining us. Feel free to chuck some questions in there. This stream is delayed by 10 minutes, so I'll get to them when and if I can. I promise. I will get to them when and if I can. Just waiting. I do believe all of our teams on the Axis side have spawned in. I'm just going to switch over to my screen.
Yep,
there we
go.
go.
The game is going to start at minute 05.
There you go. So we've got 45 seconds before this one starts. I'm a little bit excited. This is going to be great. We're going to see if we can keep up with all the action. We'll switch over to whoever's got the best looking stuff going on. That's why I've got some of the best casters I've ever seen on YouTube. I've got Igniculus and BlueRose Jelly with me. They'll be making sure they don't miss a thing. We'll switch over to whoever has the best action. But at the moment, we're looking at the 3 para team. In the middle of your screen, we've got Waggers, Gobatron, Endeavor something, a Centurion, and Destruct something. I hated how it cuts off the names, but you win some, you lose some. Is one of you lads over the old over a different team?
Yep, I'm on a 3 para commanded by virus.exe.
Let's switch over to Igniculus' screen and have a look. There they are. That looks like... Is that game start?
That is game start.
Game's on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. Look at that. What are the teams doing to start with?
Running. Funny enough, there's a lot of ground to cover before you even get close to the point. But then you got to judge whether you run full speed ahead or find cover and like judge it a little bit, because someone might get on top of a building and snipe you.
Yeah, they could, and especially because the view distances and the lines of view, the lines you can see in Stalingrad itself are huge.
So it seems that 3 para led by virus EXE, they're sort of sitting back away from the objective and not actually pushing forward.
Oh, they seem pretty content to just sort of sit back and see what's going on.
Now, there's a lot of cover in between these two teams, so they could be moving up a lot closer.
Yeah, they really could be. But I guess that's the benefit of us having the old spectator cam. We can see that they're nowhere near each other and they won't be able to see each other from there, but they won't have a clue. They could be expecting the other team to have pushed immediately onto Yellow House. But gee, I can see what you mean. I'm looking at it from a slightly different point of view, Igniculus. So we're watching the same game. This is the same game from my point of view. As you can see, this three-para team, I do like that this is the 2-3 para teams fighting each other in the middle at the moment, over this middle point at the moment. They've sort of split themselves into two groups. Gobotron and Centurion off to the left, sort of taking up a bit of a flanking area over that field, because just in front of those two houses that they've taken position in at the moment, you can see there is a lot of open ground in front of them. So they've decided that's the best place for them to be. Off to their right, if we pan over there slowly, that's Waggers, Destruct, and Endeavour. They've decided that they're going to take up positions in that field there and just sort of take it slowly. Blue, how's your side looking?
I've had a bit of action. I just saw Spawny crawl from about where the smoke is.
Yeah.
He was just crawling on his belly. I'm guessing he's trying to get to that trench line. But
Right.
over on the left, we've got the raspberries coming in quite close.
They
So
are,
they've
aren't they?
come from all the way around the back and then all the way around the left. And it seems like they're about to start picking them off. Oh, look, the first revive I've seen. Well done.
Oh, no way. Well, they won't know it, but they've got one of those red berries onto the side of them. Has he seen them?
Yeah, he has. He's taken a couple of shots, whether he hits them or not. They've got to know that they're close. He's missed, so he's got them up. So they're now still 5. And then over on this side, there's 1 down, and then there's 2 just way out in the distance. But none of these guys are anywhere near the chimney at all.
That is a much more spread out game over on your side, isn't it, Blue?
Oh, yeah. I've got a raspberry coming round. This might be interesting. I wonder if Dynamic is running the pistol loadout.
Oh, pistol loadout. Obviously a favourite of yours, BlueRose Jelly. We saw you use it to great effect last night.
Loadout.
Magnus, I'm just going to switch over to my screen at the moment. We have had a little bit of a development. Nobody has killed anybody yet, but the Centurion, the 3-para lad, has moved up. And just sort of taken a flanking position. He obviously won't be aware. He looks like he's looking straight back at the point, expecting the rest of this 3-para team to have moved up onto it already. He won't know it, but the rest of these 3-para guys...
Oh, and Adelaide just took him down.
That was Adelaide just taken down. Obviously,
Yep.
they're just sitting back. So that's 5v4 at the moment. They'll assume that they've got the advantage. Obviously, they killed somebody and they haven't had any casualties yet themselves. So I'm wondering whether they'll be content to just sit back now.
Well, it seems that that's what their play is going to be, is sitting back, hoping that they can get 1 kill, which they have, unless the medic can revive him, and win by more numbers.
Yeah, that's it. It is incumbent on the other the blueberries you can see to the top of your screen. It's going to be incumbent on them to actually make the move now, because it doesn't matter how close they are to the point. Looks like Waggers is taking his turn. And has moved up slightly closer to the middle now. But yeah, the rest of these red berries just sitting back, taking cover, making sure they don't get shot. How are we looking over your side, Blue?
I just had Hubert get wiped out, and then they took out, I think, Wormold, who was on support. He came all the way around the back and then went running around the side. So I think he's taken out 2 or 3. But the medic is all the way over here coming... Oh, it's a medic off. This is fantastic. We have
Delicious.
2 medics going to revive 2 players right next to each other.
No, he's not going to make it. Who was he taken down by then?
Jaeger at the back. For sure,
that is
has taken him out.
That is a long shot from Jaeger.
So George is the
delicious.
superior medic in this case.
So
If he can get him up.
how many people left on both sides for you, my guy?
Oh, is that all the blue? I think that's all the blue dots.
That's a win over there. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's it. That last medic was the last one standing. If you could have gotten him up, could have kept going, but I think that's it for this side.
Magnificent. There we have a win.
Wow.
I like that it was a medic getting shot trying to revive, because that was one of the contentious points, wasn't it? Was
I think
whether
he
or
got
not
another player up as well. So we got 2 revives, and George is going to get a revive. So see, medics are useful.
Yeah, I will have to take your word for it on this. I'm going to switch over to my screen at the moment. What we have is Gobotron has made the next move. Obviously, Centurion already down. They'll know that they're a player down already. Adelaide is sitting out on this left side in the center of your screen at the moment. Gobitron just sort of peeking, seeing whether he can see anything. The other side won't. Oh God, he won't know it, but he is absolutely not in cover there. Taking a shot.
It's been spotted.
He has been spotted. He's taking fire. He's going to find a little bit of a spot to sit down and bandage. But look at the red berries to the top of your screen. They're starting to mobilise now. The call out from Adelaide would have happened saying, hey, I've got one on my side. And he's managed to get a shot into Gobitron, but not enough to take him down. Gobes deciding just to freaking sprint over that cover. Still taking fire. He doesn't know where from. Adelaide off to his left. The bulk of those 3 para lads straight in front of him, but that might be a bit far. It's going to be difficult to pick out muzzle flashes from that distance. Whew. Gobes just trying to get back to some support back there, but he's in the middle of an open field at the moment. Adelaide on his flank again.
We're Endeavour moving up to Centurion to get the revive as well, so it's going to go back to a 5v5.
Really? That could be absolutely huge, especially with the red berries on your screen holding off. If this goes back to a 5v5, the win will go to Gobitron and his lads. Gobes just trying to keep his gun out and trying to make some headway backwards now. There you go, and that's the revive. You just saw it up in the top right-hand side of your screen. Centurion back in action. And did I just see, is Waggers dead as well? There you go, 4v5 at the moment. Adelaide off to the left.
Gobitron just bled out.
Oh, did he?
Right in front of the medic as well. That was fantastic.
That's all right.
Oh,
He's back up. Endeavour doing his work as a medic at the moment. Good God, he's earned his paycheck today, hasn't he? They are still down a man, though. That is Waggers is still bleeding out over towards the right-hand side of your screen. I'm interested to see whether or not Endeavour's going to try and make a move over and pick him up. Gobitron keen to just keep pushing back at the moment. They'll know, and they'll absolutely know that they haven't got a kill yet. There you go. Centurion chucking off some rockets, seeing whether or not he can get a random kill on Adelaide. That rocket ineffective. He won't have known that Adelaide has replaced.
Oh, that was a close rocket to Nemesis.
Rocket to Nemesis. That's missed. Disappointing. I love a good rocket kill, but he does have. I don't know whether you guys saw it before. He does have explosive ammo that was put down next to him, so he's going to grab that and keep noob tubing. Smoke going out from Endeavour. It looks like he's going to try and make this run across to Waggers now. Rocket completely misses everyone. Good try, but you are giving your position away. They will be aware that he's got rockets there.
Just had a 1-minute warning as well, so...
1 minute warning. So they've got 1 minute to either get Waggers up or to kill another one of the enemy team. 3 power. This Endeavour. Sorry, go ahead, Blue.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's gonna be close.
It is going to be very close. But if Endeavour gets this gets a revive, is that 30 seconds left?
Could be, yeah. Definitely getting down to the last couple of seconds.
I believe Endeavour's going to get this revive, though.
It's whether or not he has to get out of cover to get it. Will be. There you go. Revive up. Waggers is back up. It's back to 5v5. And this 3-power team, the blueberries you can see in the center of your screen, they are much closer to the point. Adelaide moving up to the left. He's starting to take some of that ground. That's game. There you go. There you go. Medic. BlueRose Jelly, you'll be happy with that. The medic was absolutely clutch there.
Absolutely. You can, like, weirdly, you don't have to be right on top of someone to revive them. You can revive them almost across the street.
It's very convenient in cover, and they are not.
All right, we're going to go back to our post-match screen whilst we wait for them to set up. Igniculus, Blue, pleasure to have you back. Well, pleasure to have your faces back. You've been talking the whole time, I guess. Very different strategies in that first one. Obviously, we saw this the 2-3 paralads being very, very cautious. But Blue, how happy are you that the medics had an actual role? They were absolutely clutch. That medic, who was it? Was Endeavour.
There were a couple there, and I'm just really happy because usually in Hull at least you don't see the medic class be used or get much respect. Because it's not a ticketed game. You can just die and redeploy somewhere else. It doesn't matter because it's all about domination and having the most amount of ground for either the short, like, you know, taking the entire board or just holding it for the entire game. So nice to see medics being used and useful as well.
It's delicious, isn't it? Igniculus, I know you watched the last block of games, and you casted that with Noppers during the last ones. Did you see that? Did you see that happen at all? That many revives from one medic?
No, not really. I usually saw the medic go down very quickly, but it was just I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit disappointing that both teams were so conservative with their action. Like,
Yeah, I completely
three
agree.
para, like the destruction 3-para. They got the win because they were actually on the objective, but I'm just disappointed that Virus and his squad just stayed back at spawn.
I know, right? I don't know whether did we see it at all last time that that was a 5v5 by the end of it, and it was one based off being closest to the objective. I don't know whether we had a game at all where both teams managed to live through the whole thing.
I don't think when we were playing earlier today, I don't think that happened at all. I'm not sure. Did it happen yesterday at all, Iggy, or is this the first kind of?
There was a couple of games yesterday where a couple of squads like lost maybe 2 members each, and then it came down to who was closest to the point, but not a full 5v5. Not that I recall, at least, anyway.
It's crazy.
Oh,
I really loved how this is evolving as we go on. I love that the meta is changing. People are obviously watching the streams. People are getting pretty up and about what's happening with it, and changing their tactics and going, hey, we saw this work. Still no AT guns, though. They haven't taken a leaf out of our book, Blue.
If I see an AT gun, I'm just going to be like, they've just copied us. They're taking our strats. You can't beat leftover squad.
I believe they're going to have some AT guns from the Germans on this side because they have the hill advantage.
Mm.
We're going to directly in the middle of the map, down the Echo and Foxtrot line. So we're going to see how this plays out now.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely
true.
we are.
We've got
Yep.
Echo.
Go ahead,
I
Bill.
was just going to read out where we are on the map.
Yep.
We're Echo 3-4, Foxtrot 3-4, and then Echo 7-8 and Foxtrot 7-8. So completely different ends of the map. So they're very different landscapes as well.
Of course, it is too. Yeah, they don't have that spot, that particular spot we used an AT gun for last time, did they? But
No,
they do still have that hill, though, so I'm wondering whether they still use that hill to their advantage. Blue, can I ask?
I believe they will.
What are the middle points that we're fighting over?
It is train station. Sorry, not train station. On train station in 7-8, it is the western door of the that building we were on in F8 keypad 7.
I'm wondering, they did change up the maps a little bit for this one, and they used the 5 and 6 column and the 3 and 4 column. I'm wondering if they go ahead and do that this time, or we're going to switch.
It looks like they are doing that again this time.
Okay. So, for the 3 and 4 column, Blue, which point are we fighting over?
3-4 is the north door of the building in E3 keypad 3.
E3, keypad 3. Let me have a quick squiz
Right
around
down
there.
the bottom, it says north door of the building. So my guess is that one where the 4 grid squares cross over, and it's that top door.
Oh, okay. I think I know exactly what you mean. What I should do is switch over to the casting screen and show you guys exactly what's going on. So you don't have to look at our ugly mugs any longer. So I believe this will be the point that we're fighting over. Yeah, and they've just put the command marker down. So it is the north door, which is this door straight in front of you here. That doorway, obviously, it is absolutely crucial to the Axis forces. They're not going to be able to advance into Stalingrad without control of that door, and the Russians will be pretty keen to stop them fighting over it. Blue, can I just get you to look at your cheat sheet and find out in those middle columns, in the 5 and 6 column, what is the middle point that they're going to be fighting over there?
I don't have the 5 and 6 column. I have 7 and 8. So if they've changed it up, I do not know. But I imagine it would be probably somewhere Is that a little hill there? I'll see if I put my move mark on it.
It looks to be the crate piles in the very center of the map.
Okay.
I think I'm over it now. There's a bunch of like logs between the two bunch of train carriages, so that could be it there.
Yep, and they've just put was that your move marker?
That's my move mark. Yeah, so I'm Charlie's squad.
So we're just waiting on the commander to pop up another marker on that, and then we'll have an exact idea exactly what we're fighting over. This is exciting.
That one will be a good one though, because you are going to hop along all the train carriages. You're not going to know which carriage they're in, and then you could quite easily be on either side of those log piles to another team, the other team. So that one, very excited to see.
Bridman's just put in the chat, missed all my headshots. I don't know whether he means that as casters, I missed him shooting everyone in the head, or as a player, he meant he's always managed to miss shooting people in the head. I don't know.
Could be both. Who knows?
It could be either. It's true.
Getting confirmation that everyone's starting to spawn in as well, so we should be getting going in a moment as well.
Oh, yeah, but we've got one of our teams that started to spawn in. Let me head over and have a look at who we're going to be looking at in the middle. There you go. We've got Adelaide, the 3 Paralads. That team we saw go down in a very interesting fight in that first match. They're going to be the blueberries on my screen during this one. Igniculus, do you have any squads spawned in yet?
Yeah, I've got a squad spawned in. No squad leader yet. There's only 4 of them spawned in at the moment, which is Hoogs, Rabid, Tomcat. There you go. Mr. Patax. Yep. Is the squad leader, and Emhots. I believe I pronounced that correctly.
So we can have a look at them. Look at those Ruskies. Dirty, filthy, goddamn Russians.
Do they have the capes? That is the question. You gotta run cape outfit if you're on the Russians.
You do.
Oh, 100%.
The doctor's just popped into chat. Obviously, I'll be responding to this 10 minutes in the future, but he's gone, why would you walk into an open field? Very good question.
It is the only strategy.
My point is always that in open fields, yes, you've got less cover, but I'm pretty clumsy, and in an open field, there's less stuff for me to trip over.
Oh, yeah. They're not expecting it. And again, if you sing the Mission Impossible theme song, it does help.
Does it now?
Is it just smoke grenades?
Is it just the Mission Impossible theme song? Can you do the Bond theme song? Will that work as good?
Or as well? I reckon the Bond theme song, if you're like attacking the point and you're like crawling into the circle, I reckon that'll work really well.
Excellent. So, Blue, you're looking after our lads up in the 3 and 4 row. Me and Igniculus will be looking at the 5 and 6. I'm just interested to see, like, especially having played this with you earlier, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in there, listening to their squad chat, just knowing what's going on in their heads at the moment. They'll be looking at the map, trying to figure out which route they'll take. They'll be going, oh, do we sprint in? Do we hold back? This is interesting to see.
I just had confirmation as well for who won. Rat Pack and Guys Just Want Some Fun. I think I heard were the winners of the match just finished. So we've got one each for those guys, and let's see if they can do it again.
Well, so 15 seconds from game start as well.
Oh, so we're starting at 45? There you go. 10 minutes from 45 will be the game. This is exciting. Blue, just want to point out in Twitch chat that our friend and yours, my friend and yours, Dodge, has just said that you are 73% a better commentator than me. 73%. I think that's a little low, to be honest.
That's very sweet. This is only my second time casting, but I think I just have a lot of practice from randomly running commentary from Twitch, I think.
Also, Igniculus is 100% better than me, so we'll go with that.
I think better than both of us combined, and then that's what Iggy is as well. So,
so the game has started. That started at 44, so the game will finish at 34 minutes, 10 minutes. I'll tell you what, there is no AT gun from these 3 Paralads.
Oh.
Yep, and they're pretty content to sit back. It is very disappointing. I loved that strategy, and for them not to use it, especially when it worked so well for us, I'm disappointed in these lads.
I got a bit of mayhem happening on my screen.
I'm going to switch over to you.
The 3 para team have run straight into the point. Now, Destruct and Endeavour are sitting on... They are in the doorway. And... Oh, who's the other team? I don't know who's in what team, but the Blueberries went round to the north, and then they're coming down through cover. So we've got some on point and some behind. So this will be interesting to see where they
very spread
go
out,
from
isn't
here.
it?
It is about to get spicy.
I'll get you to zoom right in on Waggers for me if you can, because he won't know it, but the entire enemy squad is moving up on him at the moment.
Oh, I think he knows there are some guns. He just threw a grenade, it looks like. Who's he going to get? Oh, there goes Wormwood.
Wormwood going down, and then to add insult to injury, taking the grenade, no revives for he's being double grenaded. That's a double tap, a triple tap, if you will. There you go, and that was Brigadier Fish going down as well.
Yep, so that's 2 down on that side, and they've only got 4 in the point because who is it over there? Centurion is all the way south. I think he's looking for the rest of the squad, but I don't think they realize that that's the entire squad. They didn't split up.
And I'll tell you what, I just watched Dynamic Commander rezzing Brigadier Fish, so it's 4v5 again.
4-5.
There's something I want to confirm with you, Stu.
Yep.
The mid teams, they're supposed to be just in the 5 and 6 line, the very center 4 grid squares, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Well, they have gone all the way down south to Cap train station in 7 and 8.
What?
So I'm not too sure what's going on there.
Hold on, let's have a look at that. They get the memo.
They have pushed very far down south.
Good Lord, are they still? They are definitely not in the. Let me just have a look. They are definitely not in the four squares, are they?
Pop over to
They're
that
down the
as well.
southern and Foxtrot 7.
Are they? Okay.
I'm not so sure in the rules if that's a disqualification or what.
Is there anything?
I'm actually concerned if that they don't know that they don't have to go for the actual mid cap. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit confused about this.
Is there anything in command chat to suggest what's going on?
Not a word.
Has the ref not called this out at all?
I have not heard a word. Nothing in text chat. So yeah.
Right, because that's currently 2 teams not fighting each other.
They are so far away from each
Nope,
other.
they've been called out and they've been told to fall back to the garrison.
Right.
There was a mistake and they were attacking the wrong point.
Well, the good news is they absolutely took that point. That point is not something they need to worry about anymore. They're going to head back to the garrison and, I guess, restart.
Oh, and I've got an end of a game up here.
You do?
Looks like the 3 para game. Yep, they just got pooch. So the Blueberries have all been taken out, and they still have 5.
We are still watching your stream at the moment, Blue. So, yeah, we were just watching all that unfold. That's another win for Waggers' team. But at least this time they get to feel a little better because they actually killed somebody this match as opposed to last match where they murdered 0 people and still managed to walk away with the win. It looks like on this middle one, it looks like the 3 para lads on my side have been asked to go back. The Blueberries have gone back to the garrison again. So it looks like they're just resetting this match with both teams hopefully now aware of what middle point they're fighting over.
Yeah, it was a little bit strange because the commander did mark the attack point. So I'm not so sure why they went down south. They even marked it themselves, and they still went down all the way down south. So I'm not so sure what's going on, but they're going to reset and start this game again.
Yeah, I think that's the fair
about
thing.
It. And
There
they're
was
just saying they're restarting and they're going to play that again.
Yep. And I think that works out fairly for everybody involved.
Alright, looks like they're starting off now.
Alrighty, switching over to my screen. When you hear the call out for what time they're going to start, let me know and we'll mark that one.
At minute 39.
20 seconds.
There you go. We're looking at my screen at the moment. You can see this team that Mr. Patak's team, obviously a little confused last game. They absolutely dominated that South Point, but they didn't need to. It gained them nothing. You can see the other 3 para lads up in the distance. Those 3 para lads are the ones that lost to Waggers' team last match that we watched. But Mr. Patak's, I'm assuming that's thank you, Mr. Patak's.
Game has commenced.
There we go. Games commenced at 39. That's 10 minutes. Look, they're moving in the right direction now, Igniculus. They're moving in the right direction, finally. And it looks like they're just charging straight to the point in the middle now.
They do have an AT guy.
Well, if they get up quickly enough, they can get into cover behind those train carriages.
Yeah, they could. Looks like Hoogs is sitting back with a machine gun. I'm wondering whether he's just there to provide suppressive fire to any of the marks that they hit up. Let me just have a quick squiz at where he is. Yeah, from him, he has a great field of view over that entire ridgeline. So hopefully, I think the biggest problem is, though, he is a little bit exposed. It is a long shot, however. That'll be a tough one for the 3 para lads to pick out. But as soon as he starts firing, you'd assume they're going to start putting fire in his general direction.
Very equal distance as well between Mr. Paddock's squad and the 3 para guys.
Yeah, there are, aren't they?
But majority of Mr. Paddock's squads are up near the objective by only 2-3 para.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 para lads. They got aim hots going down to looks like X Knives taking him down there. There's the return fire with the machine gun. Just putting some suppression on Knives at the moment. Tomcat 12 is the medic though, so you'd hope he'd go and revive his mate. He is right there. Maybe he's a little worried that he can't get around there without getting out of cover.
No, you gotta go out of cover. Do it.
There we go. Crawling. He's actually put the smoke out. Good.
Yeah, he doesn't know that MG has moved positions and has been suppressed, so he gets the revive here now.
He got the revive out. So having a look from their point of view, we've got Adlai out to the right, Virus X sitting in the middle, and the rest of the 3 para lads, like we saw last game, pretty content to sit back this time. Lots of suppressive fire from that machine gun at the moment. Knives with his machine gun is just sort of repositioning out to the left of your screen at the moment.
Seems to be a machine gun off instead.
Yep.
Now, the Germans should have advantage here because the train carriages that they can use for cover are a lot closer to the capture point, to their objective, than the Russians have.
Yep. I don't know about you, Igniculus, but I really struggle with these train carriages. It's that you can see your feet below them. You're always going...
Oh, Rabbit goes down to Adlai with a long shot.
Rabbit, was the machine gunner, wasn't it? No, Hoogs was the machine gunner. So it's 4v5.
Yep, they haven't spotted Adlai yet either, so they have no idea where those shots are coming from.
Right. Adlai getting into a very good position on that side. I'm going to swing around and have a look from his point of view, what he's looking at, because I think he's probably
already got
really
that on my camera.
Ooh. He's hit the deck. I'm following him around.
Ineffective.
Yeah, he's hiding behind the back of the carriage.
I feel like that's a bit of an issue as well, is that's some long shots from, I'm assuming, aim hots onto Adlai with the Pupisher. Just not effective at that range.
Kind of creeping around towards him. You might see him on
there
the
you go.
tracks.
Tomcat getting the revive there on Rabid. So it's back to 5v5. Still very cautious from these 3 para lads.
They're all...
Shots fired. Damn straight, Weathered Gumby. And welcome anybody else that's joining the stream. If you haven't already, these are being played on the old BigD servers. It's genuinely one of my favourite places to play, and they do run a lot of cool events like this. What we're doing at the moment, this is 5v5 squad tournament. Basically what it is 2 squads will fight it out, 5 members each. Most kills wins. In the event that there's a tie, in the event that both teams are equal on kills, there is a middle point we're fighting over. In this case, we're fighting over these stacks of wood in the middle here. It'll be the person with a member closest to that that'll win. Noppers, welcome to the chat. Yeah, just some long-range fire, just feeling each other out at the moment. Hoogs, I'm assuming, is still up. I can't quite see him. He's off the bottom there.
Adelaide just went down as well.
Adelaide, did we see who he went down to?
Mr. Patax. I saw him shooting.
Oh, there you go. And that was Muzza going down to Hoogs' machine gun too.
That's 2 down.
And Hoogs is putting a lot of pressure onto Knives as well.
He is, isn't he? We can see that in the middle of our screen at the moment. He knows he's up there. Copying a little bit of fire himself, just reloading. Obviously, that Russian machine gun with a smaller clip is just getting behind his cover. That's a nice little position. He can see a lot of that ridgeline from up there.
5 minutes called as well, so they either need to move in or...
Yep, especially given it's 3v5 at the moment. Virus is virus.exe, I'm assuming that is the medic. He's going to try and get up to Adelaide, but look, he's going to know he's got a lot of open ground to get through before he gets there.
I reckon you could do it. If you fast enough between the gaps of the train carriages and you smoke it far enough away, you might be able to get him up.
Well, Mr. Patax has some good visual of an opening between Virus and Adelaide, so if he tries to cross, not crawling, he's going to get shot down.
That's true.
I'm wondering if
train carriage as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he has enough cover crawling behind that rail line to get to Adelaide and revive him.
Think skinny thoughts.
Think very skinny thoughts. I hope he didn't eat lunch because he's going to want to be extreme. Oh, I reckon he might. It's going to be close anyway.
I don't want to be a little faster as well because there is a timer.
There is a timer.
About 2 minutes,
he's up and running.
He's making a run for it.
0 fucks given.
Mr. Patax should have eyes on him in a second, and he's taking fire.
There you go. He's just got his bandage off then. He is just next to Adelaide. Get that revive off. This could be clutch.
He needs to run backwards across the track and then hit the deck, and he might be able to hide behind the track and then get his foot to revive.
Yeah. Aimhot's obviously keeping the pressure up with the pepper
shot. The shots instead. He could get both of them up if he's quick about it.
We are still 3v5.
Squaddy up. If he gets Adelaide up and then he just runs straight back because Adelaide can cover him as he runs to get the other squaddy up.
I feel like, though, it's going to be a tough run. Getting Adelaide back makes sense, but it's going to be a tough run getting back up to Muzz to try and revive him. Just because you've got Hoogs off to the left of your screen at the moment. That red berry over there is a guy called Hoogs, and he's covering with his machine gun.
That's true. But he could definitely get Adelaide up because they've stopped shooting, and Nemesis is coming up to give him cover, so he just needs to run backwards and then...
There we go. There he goes now. He's going to duck
down. Nemesis goes down to Mr. Patax.
Revive.
There you go. Nemesis is down at the moment as well. It's going to be on virus.exe to try and get his next lad up, but they're in a spot of bother here. Rabbit moving up on the side of them as well. Obviously, they were a bit preoccupied doing the reviving and dealing with the insane amount of bullets coming from the left, from those red berries to the left, that they won't have seen Rabbit get up into a position there.
Is he on top of the boxes there, or is he behind? Because you could probably hop on top of the boxes and lie down.
Yeah, but then you're pretty well open to being shot from any direction.
That's true.
There we've got. We've just seen Nemesis get revived, but where's Adelaide gone? Has Adelaide been taken out? Did we miss that?
I think he's been taken out.
Must have been a headshot because Adelaide's gone. It's now 3v5. Well, 3v5 still, after all those revives. Nemesis trying to get some shots on. Nothing effective. And he's gone down too. Headshot straight out of the match. Knives trying to get some fire on Hoogs. It is a long range.
Knives just went down as well. There's a lot of headshots happening.
There is a lot of headshots. Muzza, there's not much for Muzza's the last one that Virus can revive, but I'm going to say that he's been down for quite a long time now. I'm going to say that
he's 1 minute warning as well. He's quite close to bleeding out. You've got about 2 minutes, and I think he's been down for quite a bit. If he runs back, maybe if he's quick enough, but he's got to kind of go straight back and towards him. Although I have a feeling Hoogs will get him with the machine gun.
This is going to be incumbent on Virus to basically carry the team, but well, he's not going to do it because he's going to get taken out instead. That's a big win for Mr. Patax's side. They got aggressive early and they've won. I love it. Let's switch over to our pre-match, inter-match. I don't know what screen we'll call it, but where we get to look at our beautiful faces. There's Igniculus and BlueRose Jelly. I love to see it. None of those matches went down to the wire. Both were squad wipes. I think I enjoy them so much more than two teams sitting at opposite ends of the match.
I think so, yeah. It's quite... Yeah, I like it when they pushed up very early, which means you're going to have a lot of action quite quickly. And for a long time, if they keep, ducking behind cover, taking a couple pot shots, you don't know who's going to get hit first as well.
Blue, I'd like to point out that Scorty, the lad from our team earlier, it says Blue is the alpha. Nopper said so earlier, remember? I do. Blue,
yes.
You are the alpha.
Nopper's hopped in and said, I'm just going to get started, but Blue is alpha. And being the only woman in the call at the moment, I was like, hell yes.
Hell yes. So that's a big win for Mr. Padax. Igniculus, no anti-tank weapons. I was disappointed. No AT guns.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Yep. That MG Hoogs really took out a lot of their team and put them under a lot of pressure.
Oh, that was clutch, wasn't it? I couldn't see it, but I'm assuming he was pinging out some of that stuff the whole way. And getting pings. Just suppress this area, put all the bullets in the world over there, and go nuts, son. And I think that was effective for him.
Definitely made Knives run around quite a bit. I was following Knives, and he was just getting off the window and ducking for cover because if the MG is looking at you, you hide.
So what I want to see next, I want to see a combination of all these tips and tricks we've seen over the last few matches. I want to see an AT gun, I want to see a long-range machine gun, and I want to see a medic. That's what I want. That's what I want to see out of this. I want to see all of them combined into one glorious squad match.
Yes, all running, screaming to point. Just
yep.
At the top.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more match. We're just sort of waiting. We're having a chat whilst we wait for them to set up this last match on Stalingrad. And then I believe we're going to be moving to Hill 400, unless I'm mistaken, which does happen, honestly. Let's be honest, quite a lot.
Yep, it is Hill 400 next. 2 matches on Hill 400.
Even a broken watch is right twice a day. Magnificent. Whilst we've got a bit of time to talk, I'd like to bring up, I don't know whether anybody saw it last night, but there was an international scrim between BigD affiliate clans and Evo, the Chinese amalgamate clan. Did you guys manage to catch that, Blue and Igniculus, last night?
Yep, we were watching that live.
Delicious. Igniculus, did you manage to catch it, my guy?
Yeah, definitely, yep.
And look, I know the BigD team's lost, but I don't know. I've never been so happy about a loss. Obviously, BigD going down 3-2. The match went the full 90 minutes, 3-2, which means we're just fighting over the middle point at the end, and we started capping it within the last 5 minutes. Obviously, they got their defense back and managed to save it for their team. But Igniculus, that was a delicious match, wasn't it?
Yes, 100%. BigD went incredible. I did notice that at the last 15 minutes, just after we'd taken the second point back, that the Chinese clan parked the bus, essentially, and had everyone on defense, except for about one squad. So it was very hard done by it to start taking that back, but they managed to start putting a lot of pressure on and start putting a lot of cap weight, but they eventually just got to have a run. Satchels on the church.
Yeah, so I was going to say.
Unfortunately, you can't really do much about that.
If I'm not mistaken, the big thing that managed to change it back in the Chinese way was in Evo's way was a satchel took out a lot of our guys on the church and took us out of position. And from there, obviously, just not able to get bodies on the point from there. But look, given it went the full distance, and we have seen some pretty hard games lately in the international scene between BigD affiliates and international teams. But this one, I think this is BigD growing as a community, and I really fucking like to see it.
Really good. I hope there was more of these. It's really fun to watch. It got so close to the end point, and then you guys brought it back, and it was like, oh, yes.
Oh, I know.
Gotta keep going. I went for the full hour. It's super entertaining to watch as well. Just be part of it, like watch it and be able to see how happy you guys were as well when you guys finished. So good.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah, commanded by Just Fierce from OC as well. He done an amazing job. Noticed that a lot of plays were happening mostly to do with distraction airheads, which I noticed directly from when they took the second point. They put a distraction airhead down in the middle of a field, and it drew all of the defenders away. BigD as a whole were to the east of the point, and they pushed straight on and took the point. It was fantastic to watch.
You're absolutely right, Igniculus. Fiercey was in fine form last night. I know we spoke to him post-match, and you could hear it through Discord. You could hear him smiling. That was great. Just to have it go the distance, especially after some of the losses we've had lately. It was great. Truly enjoyed it. It looks like I might just switch over to the casting screen because it looks like we've got most of our teams spawned in now. Let me just have a quick squiz at that. Here you go. Both of the teams on my side are spawned in. Igniculus, have you got both teams on your team?
Yeah, both teams are ready to go.
There you go. We can stop talking. You can stop looking at our ugly mugs. Here we have it. Looking in the middle of your screen at the moment, what we're looking at, this is the Waggers team. These guys have absolutely killed it so far. By absolutely killed it, I mean they've murdered more of the opposition team than anybody else. But that's 2 from 2 from them, isn't it? 2 for 2. Are any of you sitting over an enemy team at the moment?
Currently I'm looking at 17 Jaeger with Weathered Gumby filling in for another team besides yours. Sorry, it was not on one of the other OC teams as a fill-in, so you must be filling in for this team as well. Mirage 1172, Hubert, and another 5th member that has not spawned in just yet.
I wonder what's going on with them, because that's a very different team to the one we've seen recently, isn't it? Or maybe it's just I've completely managed to ignore them, and I do apologise. That's complete arrogance from me, the streamer. Blue.
And match will begin at minute 2-1.
At the 21st minute. Good. So we'll have 10 minutes from the 21st minute until the 11th minute, and that will be the entirety of the match we'll watch tonight. Blue, are you looking over a team at the moment? Can I switch over to your cam? Blue, are you there?
She's muted herself.
Oh, she has muted herself. That's all right. You're back.
I know what I'm doing.
Technical difficulties.
Accidentally pressed the button as I've gone to scroll in. But yes, I'm looking at a team.
Excellent. Who are you looking at the moment on your side?
I've got Pooch's team. So we got auto rifle, we got medic, support, and we've got assault. I think they said they had a DC. That's why we're starting at 21, or are they all back?
They're waiting for George Soros to spawn in. He's just spawned in for 17 Jaeger's squad.
Ah, great.
So we've got about 15 seconds before we start.
Oh, it's exciting. We're going to get more combat involved. Oh. It's just, I don't know about you guys, but Stalingrad is not my favourite match. My favourite map to play on. Igniculus, there is a lot of open ground. There we go. Match start. Igniculus, there is a lot of open ground involved in Stalingrad between big points of cover. What would your approach? Obviously, you've casted a few now. What would your approach be if you were running one of these squads?
Well, while there is a lot of open ground, there is a lot of contours to the actual landscape as well. So you could use the hills as an advantage and as cover. So you could move from one spot to the other. Oh, that was a long rocket from George Soros. Almost paid off, but unlucky he missed that.
I'm just going to switch over to me. What we just saw, you can see the blueberries up to the top of your screen. It looks like this 3 parasites pretty happy just to garrison this building. There was a long rocket from George Soros. He's one of the blueberries. There's another one coming through. Misses everything. He's just taking a stab in the dark, assuming that that's where they're going to be. He won't know. He won't know whether or not they've worked or not. Since that's Gobotron and Endeavour from 3 Para. Looks like they've spotted the enemy team. Waggers and Destructoid. I should really actually go and have a look at what his name is. They're going to be pushing up, whilst Centurion, Gobotron, and Endeavour look like they're pretty happy to sit back at the moment. So both teams are a little far away from each other. Blue, how are we looking in your game? I might switch over and have a look at how you're doing.
Doing all right, I think. I've got the entirety of the Blueberry team in a building. And raspberries are coming up towards him, so these guys are going to have the height advantage and be able to see over most of the low cover. And I
Yeah.
think just on the side of my screen, yep, on that little move mark, I think that is the midpoint that they are trying to get close to. So I don't think they'll go there. I think they'll just try and shoot the other team as they head there because they've got less cover.
Excellent. Geez, I'll tell you what, they've had a look at this map and seen, wow, we have this big building. We're looking at your screen at the moment on stream. They'll have seen, hey, we've got this big building, multiple windows. We can have the height advantage over this entire battlefield. Let's just garrison this and pick out where everyone is. I do wonder, on the other side, is that Mr. Patax as an AT?
No, he's a squad lead. They don't have an AT on the other side.
Oh.
If they did, they could just put one rocket straight into the building, and chances of hitting someone are quite high.
I know that. I feel like that's a big miss from them. Also, what they could also do is have an AT gun. For God's sake, people, somebody build an AT gun. They could just constantly pepper that building, and there'd be nothing that these blueberries could do.
I've got Waggers pushing up onto Mirage at the moment.
I'm just going to switch over to you.
There's going to be a little bit of combat here.
There we go. We've got over in just in time.
Can hear the footsteps, but he still goes down.
Waggers taking him out.
Unfortunate.
There you go.
Takes out Georgesaurus as well and gets vanished by 17 Jaeger.
2v1. Yep.
But he took down the medic as well, first off, so there's not going to be any revives there for 17 Jaeger's squad.
Right, so that was a pretty good trade for him. Not only did he take out 2 for his 1, he took down their medic, so that's no more revives from them.
Yep, and we got Weathered Gumby and Hubert definitely is making a huge flank all the way around the borders of the play area to get up behind 3 Para Destruction's team.
They are, aren't they?
I just hope they haven't overextended too much because they're all very well spread out now.
Don't know. I'm pretty sure Hubert isn't part of this match. I'm pretty sure Hubert is part of the next match.
Oh no, Hubert's definitely part of this match.
Is he?
Yep.
Always a little bit difficult to see.
He's in Weathered Gumby's.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
There you go. That is a massive flank he's on at the moment then.
I could see him on my screen. I was like, hang on, he's not in this team.
There you go. Let's just show you guys.
And Centurion got 17 Jaeger, unfortunately.
There you go. 17 Jaeger going down to Centurion. So that looks like 2v4 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that would be correct.
Yep, Endeavour the Medic's still up. So Gobatron's team are currently winning. Hubert, let's just swing by him because he looks like he's going to get up on the side of Gobatron. So I'm going to switch over to my screen at the moment. There you go. Hubert in the bottom of your screen. That's the one we were talking about doing a massive flank. He's pointing out this way. He just wants to make sure he gets this shot right. There you go. Gobatron going down to Hubert. He did run a long way around the map to get that one, but it turns out it paid off for him. Weathered Gumby, geez, what does he do in this situation? Does he just sit tight, or does he push up? That'd be
there's no sitting tight for him because he's being engaged by Centurion at the moment.
Is he
got
now?
shot once, but he's bandaging himself, so we'll see what he does now.
Jeez, where does he move from there? Look, I've just moved over to him. He's sitting behind a pile of rocks. Oh, he's put the smoke out. He's going to beat a hasty retreat, or a tactical withdrawal, depending on which way you look at it.
I'd like to also point out that Hubert just went down to destruction.
Did he now? That is the top left of your screen.
Yeah.
There you go. The 3 Paralad Destructor. Taking out Hubert, it looks like he broke from cover and moved up there. It turns out it was the wrong decision. Oh, we can hear him dying and bleeding to death down there.
But yeah, at the moment, we just have Weathered Gumby as an assault versus 3 of the 3 para guys left.
There you go. So the 3 para lefts are Destructoid, Endeavour, and Centurion. Weathered Gumby is going to have to. He's going to have to be clutch. He's going to have to take out this entire team.
I reckon he can do it.
And just remind me, has your match done and dusted, Blue?
No, it is currently 4v4. So someone's there's been at least 2 headshots because there have been no revives, unfortunately. So
I'll just switch over to your screen at the moment. It looks like Weathered Gumby's just going to sort of hold his position there. So let's go and have a look at what Blue's looking at the moment. We're on your screen now, Blue. And as you can see, yep.
Still in the building. Currently getting peppered by Hogs who's on MG. I think they'll probably hold that. Wormhole's probably going for a wide flank or to get close to the point.
Yep.
And then you've got the Raspberries pushing in, but they haven't gotten close at all past that wall up the back. They've been sticking along that.
They're pretty content to sit off, aren't they? Who's on the machine gun again? That was fucking clutch for them last time.
3-minute warning as well, so someone's going to have to make a move or get a little bit closer. Wormhole could probably crawl into the ditch right next to the point as well.
I'm just going to switch over to my screen for the moment. Weathered Gumby has broken from his cover behind that building. He's in the trenches. Centurion does know he's there. Grenade not being effective. Weathered Gumby looks like he's just trying to grenade, make sure nobody's moving up on him. He has taken a couple of shots from Centurion. None of them have hit, though, so...
No, I'd like to point out that he has been hit and he is currently bleeding out. He has no more bandages left, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So he's been hit, no bandages left. He can't go grab bandages off one of his teammates' corpse. This is going to be it. Weathered Gumby. Oh, he's taken another shot. How many can one man take?
Yeah, he'll be bleeding out very quickly now.
There you go.
Oh, shot to death.
That shot being the end of it. That's the end of Weathered Gumby's team. Destructoid, Centurion, and Endeavour. That team winning again. Delicious. Blue, I'm assuming you've still got an active match. I'm going to switch over to you.
I do. They're still kind of sitting there, just not doing much. Raspberries are kind of pushing up, but they're still just slowly doing it because my team's got the height advantage.
Yeah, they do, and that's going to be pretty difficult for those red berries on your left to push up and get close to the point. Jeez, I wonder who's closer there at the moment. It's a little bit like lawn bowls, isn't it? Do we have to bring out the tape measure?
I can have a look at the point. G3. I think it's about there. Is the point? So I think Blueberry is slightly closer.
It's close,
possibly.
Isn't it? They do have Wormold and Poochie moving up on that right side. It looks like Mr. Paddock's, Hoogs, and Aimhots have decided they actually need to start making a bit of a move.
1 minute warning
you're in the
as
wrong
well.
scene there, my friend.
I am. Apologies.
I am not Nuppers.
There you go. You are not Noppers. There you go. We're back into the action. Apologies, everyone involved. Technical difficulties. We've moved over. Thank you very much for pointing that one out to me,
Aimhots just
Igniculus.
went down, so it's now not whoever's closer. It's whether or not the Blueberries can all stay alive.
Yep, Hoog's still putting a lot of fire on there.
Great.
Let me get over and have a look at what's going on there, shall I?
It is currently just peppering the point. So there it's 3v4 unless Tom can go get Aimhots.
There you go. You stay nice and high. I'm going to go have a look at Tomcat trying to revive Aimhots here. Let's switch over to mine. Here we have it. He's broken cover. He's out in the middle of nowhere. Dynamic Commander not getting any shots. Oh, they've just called game, so he wasn't in time. He's frozen like 2 meters from reviving Aimhots. There you go. So that's a win. That's a win for Poochie, Brigadier Fish, and Dynamic Commander. Holy crap, that was close.
That was, if the game had gone for about 5 more seconds, he probably would have gotten the revive, and then it would have been who's closer. And I have a feeling Pooch might be the closest person to the point.
Oh, that would have been very close. Would have been interesting to see if Tomcat had have got that revive off. It would have been a clutch revive, but he didn't, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's go to the post-match screen again. Let me get my scenes right this time. This one, that's actually Igniculus over that side. That's actually BlueRose Jelly. I should put some plugs in. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you can come catch me, twitch.tv/TraumaStoo. Igniculus is the same. Twitch.tv/Igniculus__. And BlueRose is the same. Twitch.tv/BlueRoseJelly. That was some pretty good matches. Again. They're just changing the map. Got completely disappointed by that. Distracted by that. Blue, Your match over yours was completely different. Over your side was completely different to ours. That was almost the most difficult, closest to pin decision ever made.
That one there, yeah. That I'm gonna say 5 seconds, and it would have been a distance thing rather than a numbers thing.
I wonder, he did have a little more time. I'm thinking perhaps he could have made that run to revive just a little bit earlier, and that would have been interesting.
Well, he was actually just about to get shot from their enemy medic. I was just behind him, watching his point of view, and he had him lined up, ready to go.
He must have.
He was waiting for him to. Yeah, he was waiting for him to stop moving so he could get a shot, but they called game, so.
Yeah, you would not be making that shot with a pistol.
No, Pistol medic, obviously one of your favorites, Blue.
But it does think, because Gumby was shot and injured, right? But he ran out of bandages. Would it be worth running Pistol Medic, dropping like if you get close enough, drop a bandage box, and then if you were last man standing, you could go get a band-aid if you needed it.
Go get a band-aid. Band-aids obviously fix all wounds, but like I don't know, it's very difficult to see as casters whether or not they're dropping boxes. But yeah, I'm not too sure whether we've seen anybody actually drop a box. Did you drop yours when you were playing Pistol Medic for us?
I don't think so. But now I'm thinking I might, because it was kind of like I'll go revive, or if someone gets headshot, they're not going to get revived anyway. But it might be worth it for future matches to consider.
Yeah, it is a very specific circumstance where you can get revived. That you can get revived. I'm sort of like, I've always been looking at it because it does annoy me that medic in normal Hell Let Loose gameplay, playing pub matches, obviously you got medics everywhere, but in competitive gameplay for Hell Let Loose, medics don't get that big a run. As a paramedic myself, I'd love to see that class boosted just a little bit. I'd love to see medics have an actual role again. I'm wondering, what if medic boxes you could give more bandages? Like you could use a medic box if you weren't out of bandages, and make it so you had 4. Whether or not that'd be something that'd make them a little more useful.
Yeah, I mean that would be that could be useful, because especially if you're trying to get into a point and then you keep getting shot. Sometimes you're just out of bandages and you're slowly crawling, hope you don't bleed out before you get the other person. Yeah. But I reckon like something else. I know that medic and officer lower your suppression, but medic gives you the most amount of suppression drop if you're getting shot at.
Right. Yeah, that's a little known. That's a little known mechanic. Not many people talk about that, but if you're off on your own, you do cop more suppression, and it is harder to shoot enemy players than when you're with your squad. It's something I only learnt about fairly recently. But yeah, Blue, I was today years old when I learnt that the medic has more suppression resistance. I didn't know.
I think it is. If you're standing next to the medic and you're getting completely suppressed, I think the medic will offer you more than the officer will.
Really?
I have to double check that. Yeah.
I don't know. Where's Tats when you need him? He would 100% know.
I'm gonna have to double check with Tattoo.
Yeah.
That's the walking PDF.
Yes.
100%. There's 2 things I need Tats for. The first is finding out about mechanics like that, which I've got no idea about. The second, he knows how to get onto genuinely every building in Hell Let Loose.
Oh my goodness.
Like he's like a walking encyclopedia. It's insane.
Death from above as well. Nobody looks up, I find.
No, nobody looks up.
Oh god, no.
No. So the amount of times you get shot, I got someone in our game as well. I managed to get up into the steeple of the church, and I was on level 4, and the guy I shot in the window of the house was level 3. So it's like he wasn't looking up, he was looking down at the church door when I got him. So it's like, yeah, you're not really looking up, because again, I'm not expecting someone to be up on a building, because I couldn't get up on that building myself.
No, exactly. And especially especially maps like this where, like, I'm looking behind, say we're playing Hill 400, can confirm that Hill 400 is our next map. Maps like this, if you can get up onto a building here, I'm spending all my time looking behind each individual tree for bush Wookiees that are just hiding and waiting for me to run past. I wouldn't even think to look up on some of these things.
That's true. There's not, and in this one, there's a small little town, but there's not many buildings. You're trying to watch behind the trees.
Yeah.
In other ones where it's like Carentan, it's all buildings, but you can get up into some of them. So you're looking up more on them, but it's the ones where you shouldn't be up on the roof. That's when you're going to get shot.
Exactly. I think this is the first time that we're using Hill 400 in this squad tournament.
Yeah, I believe so.
Exciting. It's a little bit challenging from a caster's point of view, just because the amount of trees involved in this makes it a bit difficult to see stuff, but bear with us. I'm sure we're going to get there.
It is going to be a little bit messy, but for this one, we're in C and D 3 and 4, which is Row River, and the point is Row River, the front door, really.
Really?
So it's not quite in the middle, but if you start up the top, you both have the same amount of distance. One has a hill, one doesn't.
If you're looking at it at the moment, I might just switch over to your screen so we can show everyone what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There you go. That is, of course, you see that bit where I changed to the right scene this time? Yeah. Not just me talking with Igniculus improperly labelled as Noppers. But there you go. That BlueRose Jelly, that's your screen. That is, of course, Row River House. And that doorway looks like what they're fighting over.
Yep, it says the front door. So at the back of it, just down the hill there's a river. You can't cross it, you will drown. And then you've got this sweeping thing of just huge amounts of hills on each side coming down into the house. So I have a feeling they're going to be up in those hills.
Oh,
and
I know.
Not
I
really
know about you when I've been playing pub matches in this, trying to defend Row River House, when you know that entire hillside is crawling with an enemy team member behind every goddamn tree.
Oh yeah, and the point that the actual circle that you need is in front of the house, kind of in that little field. So it's not actually the house. You have to get out of the house and find cover. But if you're defending, you fill the hills. And then you have your garrison and stuff behind the house, and then you put like a couple of barricades in that field there that you can hide behind, and usually it works. But it's a nightmare to attack.
It's a nightmare to attack. I find it's hard to defend as well. Don't mind me while I hiccup.
Oh, good. And then Iggy, I think, are you in C56D56?
No, not just yet.
What on my cheat sheet says D5, keypad 1, it's the doorway that they're fighting over.
D5, keypad 1.
Unless they have changed it, but it should be far enough away.
Keypad 1?
Keypad 1. Or numpad 1, sorry. I think it is the one.
Let me have a squeeze.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So that's the middle. We're going to be fighting over that little, I'm assuming it's that little open doorway there. I don't have my little picture cheat sheet up, but you know what? It hasn't mattered. In the last couple of matches, it hasn't mattered too much. Most of the time, these ones go to the team that murders the enemy team. Don't have to worry about closest to pin if everyone else on the enemy team's dead.
That is true.
There you go, Iggy. I'll keep an eye out over Flint's squad down on my screen. If you can grab the other squad, the blueberries for you. Blue, we're looking after the match down the other side. And Centurions just said it's hey Stu, it's Destructus on our team. Not Destructoid, not destructive, Destructus.
I have to read that. I think it is, yes.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a bit hard when the game name is cut off half of it, so...
Oh, I know.
I'm remembering 200 plus people. Sorry about that.
I know.
Destructus makes him sound like a Transformer, though, so...
It does.
And that's how I'm going to relate this name now.
Optimus Prime, Destructus, you know.
You know what game name it doesn't clip off every time we do a pub stream? Is Gag Reflex Barbie. I think I brought that guy... I think I've brought that guy's name up every time. Every time it makes me giggle.
Oh, dude, some of the names in this game, you're running past someone, you just have to kind of stop and double check that you've read that right. And it's like, no, that's definitely what that says.
And it looks like it's Mr. Paddocks and his ensemble just spawned in for the Blueberry side.
It's Thanks Paddocks and Rat Pack teams.
And
then
Yep.
Emu War Veterans Best Team and In Kiwi We Trust are up on my end.
Oh, that's a very international sounding matchup there. In Kiwi We Trust versus the Emu War Veterans. Battle of the native birds.
That's true.
Just quietly, Emu War Veterans. I know I should be loyal to OC, but EMV, Emu War Veterans, they might be my favourite clan name. It's genuinely good. Obviously, the Emu War Veterans forming out of the Big D public side out of the last Big D Premier League. Just showing sort of how this community is growing, how everyone just is finding good games and finding good games within events and finding people they want to play with. So we're doing all this on the Big D servers, streaming this on Twitch. We'll be uploading this to the old Big D YouTube a little bit later.
Fantastic. Hearing in command chat that just trying to get some garrisons up, get all those sorted, and then we should be good to rock and roll.
Look at those guys. They look a bit young on... we're looking at your screen at the moment, Igniculus.
Well, especially the squad leader there. It's got the fresh face default head.
The one who's seen things, yes.
Look, I didn't know this, but apparently Mr. Patax is actually 14 years old and never grown a beard.
Well, there you go.
He has a very close brother. That would be Tomcat sitting behind him, is a very close relative of him. Actually, no, that's not the same. They look different.
There's Rabbit. He's seen a few things.
I know, right? It's the 1,000-yard stare that really blows my mind. Yeah, everyone's seen it when you're sitting in a transport truck on the way to the point at the start of a match, and you just see them staring blindly at the distance instead of talking shit.
But at least this guy has a hint of a smile.
He's got a smirk, doesn't he?
He's enjoying his time here.
He's a hiker back home. He definitely gets outdoors, and he's just like, oh, this is great.
There you go.
It's just like camping. War, it's just like camping. Quote from BlueRose Jelly.
Oh, I don't do camping.
A couple of things from Twitch chat. I've got Waggers come up with, it was an awesome round. Yeah, it was. There's been a couple of awesome rounds here, my guy. And Mystery Mum says, I enjoyed listening to Stu, Noppers and Whiskey and Winchy last week. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you to say. Welcome to anybody else that's joining. If you don't know what's going on, feel free to ask. But at the moment, I can explain briefly. It's a 5v5 squad tournament. Most kills wins. We're fighting over a set of 4 grid squares with a center point. So it's most kills wins. If both teams have an even amount of kills at the end of 10 minutes, it'll go to the team with a member closest to the central point that has been picked out.
I also think we have about 20 seconds to start.
Do we now?
At 1:17, ending a spawn in. So I haven't heard yet, but we could be right about to go.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's get in it. Let's go. Still looking at your screen.
Nope, it's going to 1:16.
Yeah, I'm just... if only you had sound, because they were singing some Iris right there. Don't want to miss a thing.
Fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
I need someone to just yell Leroy Jenkins as the timer goes, and they just run off the point. That is what we want to see.
Don't worry, I clipped it, and I'll be sure to place it on the Big D Discord.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
Fantastic. I really am tempted to just be like, hi, guys, because I'm currently staring at a squad. I'm like, that'll just...
We've just got word that the match will start at 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, it's been pushed back once again. Okay.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
I think they're just waiting on I think there was a DC earlier, so they're just waiting on someone to come back in, and they're also dropping all those supplies to get those garrisons up for later.
So what I'm going to do is maintain my excitement for the next about minute now. I'm still as excited as I was a minute ago. We're good. I have been told Igniculus and or Blue, I believe Noppers won't be stopping by after this stream to announce results, but I believe that Red Dragon is going to give you guys the results once we know them. So hopefully we'll be able to announce that at the end of the stream. Who's going to go through to the finals?
Happy days.
Let me know how you get with that, and we'll deal with that as it comes up.
Okay, I've highlighted who I've heard in command chat has won.
So we'll just confirm on those numbers because have these guys played already? Were they in yesterday's or is this the third round?
No, so I think all the different. Actually, I'm not too sure. I was pretty sure that all the different squads were separate, so you only played in one time slot. I was pretty sure. I could be absolutely wrong on that, and I'm happy to be corrected at any time.
Well, this will be the decider on who goes to the next round, I guess, because there was one. Oh, they're off. They're running.
And already taking fire. And the long-range rocket.
Did he just hit the deck and just start unloading?
Oh, that was very, very close.
Fantastic. That's what we want to see.
George Soros was probably around about 3 meters off from hitting every one of Mr. Paddock's team with a long-range rocket from game start.
So those of you that didn't see it, what we saw from this 17 Jaeger Mirage, Hubert and Weathered Gumby side was an immediate rocket straight off the back, a rocket heading up towards where they knew they were spawning, and Weathered Gumby just sitting and spraying and praying with that machine gun. I don't think they've taken anybody down, but as you said, Igniculus, that was very close with the rocket.
I would have liked to have seen that hit. I reckon that would have been epic.
That would have been pretty fantastic.
What a start to the match for those guys if they had got that one off. They wouldn't have known whether it hit anything, but geez, you'd be worried if you were that aim hot side at the moment. How are we looking over your side, Blue? I might just switch over to you and have a look at how that's going, because these teams are still a fair ways apart.
They're quite close at the moment. Are we starting to take shots? They pretty much ran down the hill towards each other. There goes Brigadier Fish. He's out.
Brigadier Fish going down.
From Dynamic. Nearly got close to Knives, but he's on the other side of the building, I think. The Blueberries just ran straight into the building, but Raspberries seem to be coming round across the top of the river, and that is a good way to get up into the back of the house, because the open field is not a lot.
No, I completely agree.
I don't think, there's only, each team has a medic, so might see some revives, but Pooch is quite far back to go get Fish, so we'll see how that goes.
Not only is he a fair way back, but he won't know it, of course, but Adelaide and Nemesis, they're moving up towards the top of your screen. They might be able to cut him off before he's able to get in and revive Brigadier Fish. It looks like he's going to try and make a move.
I reckon if he can do it, because he's just high enough, they may not be able to see him. Oh, there goes Knives. I think Spawny got him. Oh no, Pooch is down. There's
Poochie going down as well. There you go. So it's 3v4 over on your side. We're expecting a bit of a lull. I'm just going to switch over to my screen now. I'm watching Hubert and 17 Jaeger. They've made a bit of a dash up this left side. They have split their team up. So George Soros and Weathered Gumby on that right side. Hubert and 17 Jaeger in the middle of your screen at the moment. They must have taken a casualty because I'm not seeing a fifth member.
Yeah, there's Mirage just down to the north of them.
Right.
And George Soros, the AT, far down south.
They have gone for a very spread out approach to this. So there we go. I believe that's the point they're fighting over. 17 Jaeger and Hubert sitting on the point at the moment. So no casualties as yet. That's Mr. Paddock's side. They're the red berries sitting to the top of your screen at the moment. They're just being very cautious, moving up using cover. They won't know, of course, that 17 Jaeger and Hubert are sitting on the point at the moment, and they've got a bit of work to do. I'm just going to switch over to blue screen at the moment because we're about to see, or is that Adelaide? No, not quite.
They're coming up the hill a little bit. They're really getting far around the back.
They really are.
They'll be coming around. Let me just zoom out just a little bit to show you where everyone is. Everyone's quite spread out. So we got 2 down the bottom. Muzz and Dynamic. They're on the hills. Oh, nice rocket, but they're already dead. We've got 2 down on each team.
Yep.
And then Adelaide Nemesis coming around the back. I think they're going to go for Dynamic or try and clear them out. But the Blueberries are already in the house, so you've got to. There's no AT on that side either, so they can't just rocket the house. I don't know if there's a satchel either because there's 2 riflemen.
Jeez, I'll tell you what, both of these games are very spread out. Aside from obviously Wormold and Smarty D sitting in the middle of the house at the moment, just sitting on point. Muzzer out to
on
the
the
right.
outside.
Well, the medic Tomcat for Mr. Paddock's side just got taken out by 17 Jaeger, who is sitting on top of the house.
So no revives to any team then.
Switching over to mine at the moment. What we're looking at the moment, this is 17 Jaeger and Hubert. They're sitting on the point they're fighting over right now. Mirage is to the left. He's done a very long flank. You'd expect him to start moving in now. Let's have a look at what he's having a look at.
Whether Gumby just MG'd Rabid.
Oh, did he? Mirage lining up his shot on Mr. Paddock's. Bang with the headshot. Mirage doing his job around that side. So this Mirage 17 Jaeger side doing some goddamn work this match. It's just Hoogs and Aimhots left over here.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him.
Look, it's an MG again?
Let me have a look. No, Hoogs.
Support.
Yeah.
Oh, shaking it up.
And he just got taken down.
I'll tell you what, that's a bunch of headshots happening.
Yeah, 100%. As Aimhot's left against 5. So, unless he can clutch this, not looking good. But Mirage is heading up just to the east of him, behind him, and we'll get a shot off. There we go.
There you go. Mirage taking down Aimhots. George Soros chucking a rocket in just in case. They won't know that they've won. They will when the referee tells him. Blue, I'm going to switch over to your screen now so we can watch the remainder of this match. And I've just seen Adelaide looks like he's taken out Dynamic Commander off to the left of your screen at the moment. So it's currently 3v2 with Wormold and Spawny D holding down that house in the middle of Row River House.
I have a feeling Wormold is outside the house, which is probably not the safest spot. And Adelaide is creeping around behind him. He's outside the house, just in the corner. Spawny D is inside the house, which seems safe, and they've mined the doors. Sammy, you may want to put your foot back in the house. Just gonna get shot. Just pop that back in and you'll be fine. Adelaide is creeping up on Wormold. If he can... There he goes.
So, Wormold going down. Spawny D, he's by himself. He's got a bit of work to do.
I don't know. Let's go see him in the house. He's currently hiding in the kitchen. Which is quite a safe spot, and he's right next to the open. That's the 3-minute call. You've got Muzz up there, obviously giving cover for the whole thing. Adelaide coming round, and then I think Nemesis is going to probably push in closer. Spawny's probably going to hide up in the attic. That's what I would do. Just hide up in the attic with a couple of grenades, ready to catch them in case they come by.
Yep. So we're looking at my stream at the moment. This is what we're looking at. Spawny D in the middle, Adelaide up to the top, Nemesis to the right of your screen, and Muzzer. We'll go with that. Sitting off to the left. They're spread out, but look, they have to know that they've got a human advantage at the moment, and they don't need to push Spawny D. They can just sort of sit there and look. I guess they won't know whether anybody's been revived or not. They don't know whether they've taken out the medic.
Yeah, that's the problem. You say, oh, I've got one over here, got one over there, and you can count to 4, 5, and then you're like, wait, there's still some running around. Then you know that the medic's got them up, and you have no idea how many are actually left unless you confirm the kill. But everything's just kind of far on this one. There's no way they would have been able to confirm a couple of them because they were just across the map.
God, we can see Spawny D nervously running around that house, looking out every window he can, just trying to spot somebody, anybody. Give me a target.
He's currently looking at the front door. Depending on the way he's looking, he may get shot in the back. Yeah, if Muzz sees him, he's going to get shot. He's making a run for it. He's going for it. Across the open field.
Spawny D outside the house now.
Not safe because I can see him. Muzz is right behind him.
Grenades, shot, missed. That grenade didn't miss though.
That one didn't miss. There we go.
There you go. Who threw that grenade? Do we know? Was that?
I think it may have been Adelaide. Unless, wait, do engineers have grenades or are they smoke? Because he may have got himself.
Grenaded himself seems like an odd choice. I don't think that strategy is going to work out that well for him.
No, I think Adelaide may have lobbed a grenade over to him.
Yeah, it looks about the right distance for a grenade, I guess.
At
There
the
you go.
right angle, they can go quite far, and I have discovered if you yell yeet, they go a lot further.
I think the max you can sort of throw is about 50 meters.
Let me have a look.
Let me zoom in there, and I can't ping, of course.
Was it about there? No, that was even closer. Oh my goodness. It may have been within 50 meters ish.
So it's a long range grenade, but a great grenade nonetheless. There you go.
He may have, I think, did that get you through walls?
It looked like the grenade exploded just to the right of the wall, I think.
So he may have gotten it close enough that the explosion range gets you. Those things have range, a grenade. Occasionally you drop one and you start running and it still gets you.
Yeah, let's switch over to our post-match screen. Get your faces on, ladies and gentlemen. That was two good games. We've seen in both of those, Igniculus, we've seen in both of those games, they've gone with the spread out approach, covering all the different angles. I don't know, I like it. Seems to be the current meta. Everyone's going to spread the hell out.
I just want a massive shout out to George Soros with that long range rocket at the very beginning of the match. I've clipped it, and I will be posting that later on, but it was just fantastic to watch that come in. I would have been very nervous if I was on Mr. Paddock's side there, because I would have been assuming that was going to hit at least two people.
Do you reckon they've jumped into a training server?
Close.
Do you reckon they've jumped into a training server, seen where they're playing, and ranged that one perfectly for the start of the match?
Potentially, but I mean, they could just any server really just range 200 meters, and was it 200? No, 400 meters. Sorry. And
that. Practice. They've spent so much time playing that they've actually fired enough rockets to be like, I'm gonna send it that way.
Can I just give a quick shout out to some of the lads in chat? Waggers. That's a bunch of bits. I feel like I'm completely unworthy. I'm going to go ahead and assume all those bits were for BlueRose and BlueRose alone, and some of the leftover ones were for Igniculus. And that's why you...
Yeah, well, I live vicariously.
But thank you very much, my guy. I appreciate all the support. And thank you for everyone that's watching. We have one more match to go, and I don't know about you guys. I'm excited about it.
This will be interesting.
Hopefully it's pretty intense.
It's nuts.
I'd like to see some more opening rocket salvos, but...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
An AT gun, please, guys, come on. I mean...
I don't think AT gun's going to be very effective on this match.
Or maybe just some more rockets. That's as close as you're going to get on Hill 400. You do have the trees. It's not open like Stalingrad, but another one of those rockets would be epic.
Oh, 100%. That's what I want to see. I want to see, is it a George Soros rocket from the start? Was he the one that shot it, or was he the one being shot out? Yeah.
He's the one that fired the rocket.
Excellent. I want to see a rocket take out at least 4 of the enemy team before they get in there.
Oh, no, it's all over at that point.
Good Lord. Blue, can I get you to have a look at your cheat sheet and let us know which points we're fighting over?
We've got E56, F56, which is pretty much Hill 400. Yep. And it says the north side of the radio tower. So probably just smack bang on the top of that hill there. And then on E7, F7, it's the exact center of those 4 grids.
All right. No actual point, just the center of the grid.
No actual object, but...
Every other time we've been fighting over wheelbarrows, barrels, piles of bricks. Now it's just a random grid.
Well, I mean, you could just say a tree, but
it's probably a very specific tree. I'd like to know which one is on the exact point. That would be interesting.
Hey, that tree is very important to both the Allies and the Axis. Fighting over that tree is going to be crucial for the war effort, and I'm looking forward to see how they go about it.
Yes, more paper for their leaflets to drop into Germany.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I've just realised that you cannot go very high on Hill 400.
I know
it's capped out to the height limit.
At the skybox.
It's a nightmare to cast. I had to do one of these with Noppers about a month ago, and it's just, how am I going to get all these players? Nope, I'm just going to follow one squad around, which is kind of good for this. So hopefully we just get to follow one squad around, and we can sort of zoom out a little bit away from the hill if we need to capture everything that's happening in the entire battle.
Yeah, you just like usually you fly up so high. The skybox is quite high in these games, but then you're like, I'm about 20 meters off the top of that
Yeah,
radar. How high is Hill 400?
I
Actually,
know.
that I would want to know because that's how high the skybox is in this game.
Looking at it from an infantry point of view, like yeah, it feels like a long way up, but you don't realize just how tall Hill 400 is until you jump into admin cam.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. It's steep. I mean, it feels steep running up it, but it looks steep.
Yeah, right.
All right, game on.
Game on. Look, geez, can we get over to
go.
casting cam? We're looking at your screen at the moment, Blue.
Right.
They're jumping in. I feel like we probably should have talked about the teams before we got in there, but that's fine. We'll get onto it as we go.
I don't know where the other team is. Oh, there they are.
Hopefully they're somewhere on the map.
I can't give you the bird's eye view, but they've got to go all the way up the hill and then figure it out. George Soros is AT once again. Fantastic. Maybe we'll get some rockets at the top. Does the other side have AT? I can't quite see.
Well, I guess there's no real room to shoot rockets there. Like between all the trees.
No AT. If he gets up first and gets onto the top of this radio tower, he may just be able to lob a couple straight down the hill.
Whilst they're jumping in there, I'm just going to switch over to my screen for the moment. In the middle of your screen at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Destructus, Waggers, and Endeavour and Gobatron. They've moved up fairly quickly into the middle of the point here. Mr. Paddock's side, obviously staying together. That's the strategy they've gone with. Don't worry about those red berries to the top. That's on the completely separate match to the one we're looking at. Rabbit's doing a bit of a flank around to the right. It's going to be him versus Gobatron. Endeavour, Waggers, and Destructus. They're going to be forming the bulk of the middle of this team. And I've got Centurion doing a wide flank around. So they've gone a 3-1-1 strategy. Let's see how that one works out for him.
Is that a lot of people done that today? Really spread their team out. Everyone goes in a separate direction, or is everyone really clumped up?
I think we've seen a good mix of them at the moment. The one thing that does seem to be doing well at the moment is having those flanking squads. So we're looking at Gobatron and Rabbit at the moment. They won't know it, of course, but they are about to run into each other. Gobatron looks like he's just pretty happy to hold this little bit of rock here. He's got Rabbit. Rabbit's quickly approaching the crest of the hill, so I'm wondering whether they're going to run into each other now.
You're getting very close to the other game as well.
Gobatron looking in completely the wrong direction for the moment. He's using the shotgun.
Yes. Always run a shotgun.
Always run a shotgun. Actually, I did make a mistake. Rabbit is behind a couple of crests of this hill. He's decided to sort of give up on this flank and move back down a little bit. How are we looking in the middle of the map? Let me switch over to you, Blue.
We got the 3-para team came right round the side. They all stuck together until they started heading up the hill. Jaeger just went down, but the Blueberries don't have a medic on their team, so they are now stuck at 4-5. But 3-para is still heading up the hill. So whether or not George launches a rocket, I would be very interested to see.
Get on it, George. We love your rockets.
There's no MGs either. No one's got an MG hoping to take the hill and hold it. Everyone's got those close quarter guns. It's a nightmare of a map. It's like, do you go long range? You may not see them. If you go short range, well, you're turning around the corner and they're there.
Yep. Adlai, we can see, is just sort of moving around to the left a little bit there. Knives and Muzza holding up the middle. Muzza looks like he's moving around to support Adlai around that side. They're going to run into Mirage and Weathered Gumby. Hubert is holding up the middle for that Blueberries at the moment, and George Soros is making a quick run around the right-hand side.
Go for that flank. Please. Go on, George. Give us another rocket. You can do it.
I know. After that effort last time, I just want to see a rocket kill.
He's
there you
going
go.
in
Was
the wrong
that
direction,
Adlai going down? Didn't see who it was. I'm assuming it was either Mirage or Weathered Gumby that got him that time.
You can go around there. Yeah, they're starting to get pretty close. It's whether or not you see their heads first. Oh, someone just went down. There goes Gumby. I think Knives got him shooting up the hill.
Oh, great. If we have Muzza and Mirage on this left side, they're about to run into each other. They're both up and mobile. Muzza looks like he's taking a bit of a position. He's just going to hold there. There you go. Muzza taking down Mirage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that 3v2 now? 4v2.
That is 4-2.
I've got Rabbit and Gobotron Rabbit about to get shot by Gobotron at the moment.
Just switched over to your screen, Igniculus. Let's have a look. Oh,
so Rabbit is facing the actual point, and you can see there's Gobotron just peeking over.
Oh, can you see?
So he's going to get a shot just in a second.
Oh, Gobotron's facing in the complete opposite direction. He's not Gobotron.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not looking out that way at the moment. He's worried that there might be somebody behind him, so he's decided to look. He's decided to look west. There you go. He's facing down that way now. Oh no.
Yep.
He's not. Rabbit's going to get past.
What if Rabbit's going to get close to anyone else?
I'll tell you what though.
Tree by tree to find the other team.
Tree by tree, house by house. You love to say this is what we were looking forward to with a little bit of squad combat. It's exciting.
Oh, he's going to get peeked here by Waggers.
Shots fired.
No. Yep, there you go.
There you go. Where was that? I forget who was that guy that was just moving up? That was who's the guy that just died?
Adley.
Was it? No, Adley was in the middle.
Rabbit.
That's right. Look, I've got a memory like a goddamn goldfish.
So do I.
We both said his name about 3 seconds ago and couldn't remember. Clearly outside that 3 second thing, so we completely forgot. A little bit stagnant. I'm going to switch back over to you, Blue.
Well, George's wide ass flank did something because now it's 2-2 on the point.
2-2. Good. This middle match is providing a little bit of entertainment.
He just came round. I don't know who he got at the back, but he got someone, and then Virus is now, I think, watching down the hill. I don't know if he knows that George is just buggered off back up the top. And then another Raspberry got shot over here, and I think Hubert got him. So they're currently sitting there, but there are no Raspberries alive. So unfortunately, the medic can't do any reviving to give them that 3-2. But those Blueberries are also going to bleed out because they don't have a medic either.
Right.
So it's getting a little tense.
I'm just going to draw your attention to this game down the bottom at the moment. I've got Waggers sitting here pointing out towards Mr. Patak's aim hots and Hoogs have moved up fairly close. He's just sitting there peeking a tree at the moment, obviously using the left lean to his advantage. Left lean, very, very OP in this game. Geez, he's going to move up. This is a bold move.
3 minutes was also called, so it's starting to get close to the end as well.
Aim hots taking some shots. We don't quite know who that was for. Towards. Looks like aim hots has seen Destructus. There you go. Destructus going down, and aim hots. Aim hots going down to. Didn't actually see who got that. There you go. Waggers also eating it. Probably to Mr. Packus. To Hoogs?
No, to Hoogs, yep.
Oh, Hoogs with the machine gun. He's done very fucking well with that machine gun over the last few matches.
He's covered entire point and just held them off. Especially on that Stalingrad map. They were not coming down that hill at all with him there.
So currently, correct me if I'm wrong, Igniculus, I think we've got a 3v3 on this side at the moment. Mr. Patax.
Currently.
Yep.
But Destructus is going to get revived by Endeavour.
Oh, he is too. We're currently looking at the moment. That will be the Blueberries you see in the middle of your screen. Endeavour is the medic. Destructus from 3 para. He's just being very cautious about it, which is fair enough. Not crawling up to him like you'd expect. Oh, he's copping fire. Perhaps he's been spotted.
Yeah, he tried to throw smoke on the body, but because of the hill, the smoke rolled down the hill, so it's just a little bit unfortunate for him.
I'll tell you what, though. Centurion's moving up on that flank. I don't know whether he's been spotted yet. Hopefully he's able to take out Hoogs to allow Endeavour to take out to revive Destructus.
Well, none of Mr. Patak's team are looking down this way, so Centurion can get up here. He can take out the entire team.
Oh, he could too. I wonder once he crests this, what he'll be looking at.
Only 1 minute remains as well.
He's going to have some very good shots on them if he manages to get up. There you go. He's making a move now. He still doesn't know where they are. Looks like he's going to move past. He is
still
still
take
looking
a little bit more of a high ground as well.
Yeah, he is still looking up the hill. He doesn't know that if he just goes to the other side of this rock, we of course on a 10-minute delay, so he can't watch this stream and see what we're looking at. All he needs to do is look to the other side of this rock and he'll see it. Rocket launcher out.
I hope he doesn't just fire a random round because he's going to give away his position.
He didn't. He didn't.
There
We're
we
good.
go. Yeah, good.
He's going to continue this flank, and jeez, I don't know how he was so close.
Well, he might get eyes on Mr. Hoogs here.
There you go.
Got eyes.
He's seen him.
But
Mr. Hoogs going down
to destruct us anyway.
Oh, did he? So Centurion got the flank on, not effective. Mr. Patax, is he the last one left alive?
Well, that was just called GG. So yeah, Mr. Patax is the last one alive, and the 3 Firetem win.
Is that GG? That's our 10 minutes.
Yep. On this side, though, it is
Blue, we're just having a look at your screen at the moment.
Yeah, they just called it. They were crawling up. George went for a wide flank the other way around, but I have a feeling Blueberries may have won because it says the north side of the radio tower, and I think Hubert is sitting on it.
Right.
And 3 Para just got into that bunker, just on the right of my, the left of my screen there. They were in there when it was called, so I don't know. It's a proximity thing because it's 2-2.
The rest will go to measuring tape, essentially.
Yeah.
And determine who's the winner there.
It says north side of the radio tower, and I reckon that's right there is that north side of the radio tower. So be interesting to see.
Oh, it's going to be a line ball call on that. You like to see that. Noppers, we can just see him using command chat there. So hopefully he's letting everyone know what's going on. We're going to move over to our post-match screen. BlueRose and Igniculus. That's all our matches done for tonight. That was exciting. I enjoyed watching that. Some of those, we got some great action in there. Igniculus. Geez. What was your favorite bit of this match tonight? Which was the bit that you looked at and gone, oh, that is damn cool? Do you have? Or
I still can't get over that opening rocket. That was fantastic. It's ingrained in my memory at the moment.
It was nuts, isn't it?
I know a few teams were talking about doing something along the lines of that. Well, no, sorry, correction. A few people who aren't playing were talking like, "Oh, well, this is what I'll do."
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that I saw a team do that. That's fantastic.
Oh, 100%. Can I just say a quick thank you to Commander Knight? That is far more bits than I deserve. You are an amazing human. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you for everyone that's subbed, everyone that's followed. Thank you for all the bit donations. You guys are all amazing. I, for one, really goddamn appreciate it. Igniculus and Blue, I've been told that one of you will be told results after this. Have you guys got any DMs?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet?
I'm sure someone will come through.
That's all right. We'll just sort of keep wrapping up. If they come through before we finish, they come through. If they don't, we'll go find somebody in the Hell Let Loose community to raid. So if you're watching this, god damn it, stick around. We'll raid somebody and go watch some Hell Let Loose. Blue, the question I've got for you are, in our matches earlier, AT rockets. So the AT gun was absolutely clutch. We didn't see it at all in this. Are you disappointed by that?
I think it's because we are the leftover team and we were just the people who signed up individually.
Yep.
Therefore, we came up with some random strategy about 5 minutes before the whole thing started. So
Yep.
I don't think people were as, what's the word? Unorganized? No, winging
Disorganized?
it, probably. Yeah.
I did see in yesterday's one of the matches from yesterday.
Yep.
I don't remember exactly what team it was, but one of them deployed an AT gun as well. So
could I just go ahead and say that the leftovers did it better?
Leftover team did it better.
You've got to talk up your own team.
No favourites.
No.
So what I might do is I might start wrapping this up. If I've got confirmation from you guys, we don't have results, and we'll be posting them a little bit later in the BigD
I believe
Discord.
the refs are going through the BigD Discord at the moment, going to each individual fire team to let them know results. So, yeah, we are live on stream. Sorry.
If you want results, the BigD Discord as well.
Yeah,
they'll be up there.
100%. I'll get Blue to post some links when we get out of this casting screen. Blue will post the links. Obviously, these are all played on the BigD servers. It's a big game and a big event for the BigD servers. Come and play with us. The servers are up 24 hours a day. Come and play with us. You can play with some of the lads you've seen tonight. I know a lot of you watching already do, and it's a goddamn pleasure to have each and every one of you. You can catch me at Twitch. In these names below, just stick twitch.tv or stick that into a search in Twitch. You can catch me, Igniculus, and Blue below me. And I'll also post all this on the old BigD YouTube channel. So come and click through. If you like what you see, there is a bunch more of that. I've got these guys. We've got a public match that we casted last week that I'll put up at some stage in the near future. And we do one of them a week. So if you like what you're watching, come and watch us. I'll say goodbye to each of you. Igniculus, it is a goddamn pleasure to have you. I feel like I don't deserve you. You are a far better co-caster than I deserve. Thank you, my guy.
No, thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. BlueRose Jelly down below me. It is a rare webcam appearance for you. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming and casting with us.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. I really enjoy these things. And yes, like, I do get to show my face. I have a face. I exist.
Yep, that confirmed. Blue is not just a bot in servers and on Twitch. Blue is a real human, and that is her. That's not down there. That's not a deep fake. To the rest of everybody that watched, thank you very much for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you very much for the bits. You guys are amazing. The support we're getting out of this is like nothing else I've ever seen. So genuinely, from me to you guys, thank you. We're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to say, guys watching on Twitch, stick around for the raid. I'll be out there to hang. I'll be into chat in a sec to hang out with you. Well, I will already have been. 10-minute delay. It's confusing. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly bits. Guys and girls, look after yourselves. If you can manage to do that, see if you can't look after somebody else too. It has been a goddamn pleasure, and I'll see you next match.